CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. So glad you decided to join us on this Tuesday. It's that time of year again. Are you swerving around or dodging potholes in your community? If you are, you're not alone. CTV's Madison Merrier tells us more about the start of a popular campaign.
As the snow continues to fall on the streets of Greater Sudbury, potholes are sometimes hard to spot, but easy to feel.
Well, I think there's lots of them. That's what I think. As far as taking care of them, I don't know how to do that, or I don't know if they know how to do it, but it's definitely an ongoing thing.
Right now, they're about the worst it's ever been. I've lived in Sudbury for 79 years, and this is the worst year I've seen for potholes, and I mean big potholes. Where I blew a tire on my truck once, and now everybody I know is having problems with their cars.
Their comments are timely. CAA's Worst Roads campaign has just begun.
It's a perfect opportunity to advocate for change and have your voices heard. Right. And it serves as another alternative to communicate to your elected representatives of what you're feeling about the state of the roads. And we welcome all road users. It could be motorists. It could be public transit users.
Public nominations opened up today, and Sudbury is no stranger to the list. In 2025, the city took 3 spots on the Northern Regional Top 5 list. At number 1 is Panache Lake Road.
A lot of the roads, in Sudbury and North Bay, Sault Ste. Marie with McNabb Street, they got onto our Northern Regional list last year. That there are infrastructure projects going on with these roads. Premier Road in North Bay, they're going through a large-scale infrastructure project. So it's good to see that municipalities are paying attention to this.
Officials with the city say crews are focused on snow removal. However, our cameras did spot a pothole repair crew on Burton Avenue. The cracks and bumps are caused by the freeze and thaw cycle. And with warmer weather on the horizon, roads may get worse before they get better. Madison Merrier, CTV News, Sudbury.
All right, let's talk weather and more sunshine today. However, snow is on the way, but how much is going to fall? For those details, let's bring in CTV's Rick Wyman.
Tony, I'm still trying to figure out how I can top that pothole report for Greater Sudbury. But again, Systems Map brought to you by CAA. Get your membership today. Call CAA.ca. Check out CAA.ca. Here's a system that's moving in. Tomorrow we've got some mixed precipitation in some sectors, some snow in others, just a couple of centimeters, maybe 2 centimeters during the day, 2 to 4 at night, or some mixed precipitation, depending on where you reside in Northeastern Ontario. We'll take a look at the 5-day forecast and run through some of those numbers. Tony, potholes, you've got to avoid them. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Rick. North Bay's police chief is throwing his support behind a larger push to enhance and sustain a 24/7 homeless shelter in the city. CTV's Eric Tashner has the details.
This is a much-needed service.
Acknowledging the extra toll it takes on police resources, assisting with North Bay's homeless crisis, Police Chief Daryl Longworth is throwing his support behind the social services call for immediate funds for a permanent 24/7 homeless shelter and hub.
To deal with the unhoused and help them and support them.
Longworth wrote a letter to the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, Rob Flack, outlining the police agency's push, writing that 34 people are staying in encampments week over week, and on average over 160 people are turned away from the low barrier shelter per month.
We don't have as many tools as some of the other social servants and treatment agencies out there that they really need to be funded well.
The Social Services Board, Crisis Center, and the city have been working to find a permanent location for a 24/7 shelter to increase security, reduce costs, and the stress of arranging overnight accommodations.
We're limited on not impacting daycares or schools or businesses.
A temporary all-day shelter is currently set up at Northern Pines until April 30th. But the Social Services Board is slashing its hours in half starting May 1st until November 1st because the funding envelope isn't there.
When those people are displaced and have nowhere else to go, we, as police, we're the ones that usually get the phone call.
Due to concern from emergency and mental health services and the shelter's neighbors, there are ongoing talks with the Crisis Center to maintain its hours for the summer. if the money can be scrounged up.
So if we could find ways to house them and have them receive all the care that they need, I think that's a better fit to transition them out of homelessness.
While the board advocates and presses to secure funding from the province. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
A report recommending the extension of homelessness services at Energy Court is headed to Sudbury City Council next week. The report also takes a look at the challenges people are facing in the encampment. CTV's Alana Everson has more.
The report recommends the extension of services at this trailer until the end of September. Right now, it operates 24/7. The service provider is the charity, the Go Give Project.
We have once again seen an increase in the population within our community, and we still continue to go through extreme amounts of hand warmers, emergency blankets, and things like that. This storm also was very impactful. It did damage a lot of tents, and it created a lot of barriers for individuals to access services as they would normally.
The extension of services from May to the end of September recommends the trailer at Energy Court operates as a drop-in 8 hours a day.
Court is a recommendation that allows for a continuation of services at Energy Court. So we are looking at transitioning in springtime, from warming center to cooling center. This will allow us to continue to provide the existing services that we have in place currently, just at a reduced hours.
The report says staff are exploring options to provide additional portable washrooms at the site from May to September. It will be presented to Council March 31st. The report includes information from profiles of 50 occupants of the Energy Court Encampment site, developed by client navigators and community partners. It shows the prominent barriers to securing and maintaining housing include addiction-related challenges, 94%, mental health challenges, 86%, affordability or availability constraints, 70%. The report says efforts will continue to support occupants of the Energy Court Encampment site to secure housing, and the plan is to close it in 2027. Alana Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
It's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. Right now, we are heading to the mouth of the Michipicoten River as it flows into Lake Superior. This live webcam is from the municipality of Wawa. It's 1 degree. We're back in a couple of minutes.
Pure Country 91.7. Sudbury's home for the best country music. Listen for your chance to win $50,000 with Pure Country's big $50K payday.
Welcome back. A little bit of sun and some flurry activity, even some squalls in northeastern Ontario or forecast radar. That's what happened today. This is what's going to be happening by tomorrow morning. So mixed precipitation, some rain, some snow, and of course, well, you can get some sleet, you can get some flurries, and you can get some squalls. It's kind of like a mixed bag of weather in store for tomorrow. Sudbury Nickel Belt, snow tomorrow, 2 centimeters, +1 your daytime high. Rain or snow Thursday, +1, -7 Friday with the high pressure system. Loads of sunshine there. Chance of flurries Saturday, -3 and +1 again. Sleet on Sunday. So a little bit of everything over the course of the next 5 days. How about Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma? Snow rain mix, depending on the time of day and what falls. So snow or rain, 2 degrees. Sleet, more of the same on Thursday, +1. Friday, -5 your daytime high with the sunshine. Saturday, chance of flurries, -1. And the chance of sleet at 30% comes Sunday. Again, maybe some sun, maybe some cloud, maybe some rain, maybe some snow, a little bit of everything. Now, Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, flurries tomorrow, 2 to 4 centimeters, an additional 2 to 4 tomorrow night. -3 your high, periods of snow, -8 on Thursday. -10 Friday, sun and cloud, chance of flurries Saturday and Sunday, 30% Saturday, 60% come Sunday. Temiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, flurries tomorrow, 2 centimeters during the day, 0 your high, -3 on Thursday, periods of snow. Friday, sunny skies, -7, chance of flurries on Saturday, -3, 0 your daytime high with a 30% chance of sleet come Sunday. North Bay, West Nipissing, Sleet tomorrow, 2 centimeters, 2 degrees. Here we go. Snow rain mix on Thursday at 2 as well. Dropping down to -6 come Friday with loads of sunshine, though. Should be a great start to the weekend. Then it quickly turns around Saturday, chance of flurries and the chance of sleet for both days come Saturday and Sunday. Wow, Tony, that's a little bit of everything, but that's what we're going to get for the course of the next 5 days. So enjoy, but no significant precipitation. That's good news. Back to you.
Yes, it is. Thanks, Rick. North Bay Police are sharing the results today of Project Exodus, a compliance check operation conducted last month. In partnership with OPP, the Bail Compliance Unit was focusing on active arrest warrants and ensuring those released were abiding by conditions laid out by the court. Police executed 93 warrants and arrested 7 suspects. 6 arrest warrants were issued for criminal offenses and 36 criminal code charges were laid, and 3 Controlled Drugs and Substances Act charges were laid as well.
If you're on bail, you've already been through the court system and given a chance. So if they're reoffending, it puts the people who are reoffending back in custody.
The Bail Compliance Unit also executed outstanding warrants on behalf of the OPP, Toronto Police, and Chatham-Kent Police. 30 police officers from Northeastern Ontario are in the running for a provincial honour. In Sudbury, Constable Ryan Hutton is nominated for the Community Role Model Award in recognition of his mental health advocacy. CTV's Amanda Hicks reports.
After 25 years in policing, Sudbury Constable Ryan Hutton says he's seen the invisible toll the job can take on those on the front lines.
I've been a part of numerous units where mental health was not on the forefront and it wasn't the priority. I've seen guys and girls have to leave units because of it, and I've seen them have to leave policing altogether. And that's not okay.
A recent addition to the Mobile Crisis Rapid Response Team, he's become involved in local charity efforts. From the Ride for Mental Health and Wounded Warriors to push-up challenges to raise awareness for first responder PTSD. His advocacy led to his nomination for the Community Role Model category, one of 5 Hero of the Year awards distributed by the Police Association of Ontario.
This year we've received over 160 nominations from across Ontario, with 30 coming from Northeastern Ontario. And so we're really looking forward to honoring the outstanding police personnel right from right across Ontario and shining a spotlight on those that really make an impact.
Hutton says he sees this nomination as more than a personal accolade. He sees it as a platform to keep the conversation going about mental health amongst those in the line of duty.
The more we talk about it, the more we can help people learn how to be resilient, and the more we can get ahead of it, then the better off everyone's going to be, and the easier it's going to be for people to manage the stress of the job.
The winners will be honored at an awards ceremony in Windsor at the end of May. Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Sudbury.
A boil water advisory for the town of Englehart continues after a power outage Sunday. Those on the municipal drinking water system are being encouraged to bring water to a rolling boil for at least a minute before use. The advisory suggests the use of bottled water for consumption and washing food items. The water is okay for baths and showers. He's moving on. Coming up on CTV News at 5, the Board of Directors for the Timmins and District Hospital names Mike Baker as its new president and CEO. There is going to be a new leader at the Timmins and District Hospital. CTV's Lydia Chubak tells us more about a familiar face taking over.
The Timmins and District Hospital will soon have a new president and chief executive officer. The board of directors announced that Mike Baker, the president and CEO of Timiskaming Hospital, is the successful candidate to replace Kate Fife, who's retiring.
He brings a strong business acumen, a great understanding of the healthcare landscape across not just the region but also the province. So he also brings to this this exemplary need for great care in the north.
Baker has previous experience working in Timmins, including as Vice President of Finance, Administration and Indigenous Services at Northern College. He held the leadership role at Timiskaming Hospital for 8 years and understands the challenges the healthcare sector endures.
The challenges are real, and you need to step up, and you need to make sure that the service levels in Timmins and in the Cochrane district in total don't change because of the challenges that are there. And I've put a lot of emphasis on relationships and being positive, be proactive, use evidence to come up with solutions, and it's worked out well for us. So I think I look at it as a challenge. It's daunting for sure, but I look at it as a challenge that I want to step up to, and I want to be an influencer, and I want to make things better.
Baker also serves on the Ontario Hospital Association as the chair of the Finance and Audit Committee. He says his role with the association has helped the provincial government understand the North's vast geography.
We've been pretty successful in helping them understand that a decision you make that impacts University Avenue, where there's 4 major hospitals, isn't the same decision that it affects someone in Timmins or somewhere else in Northeastern Ontario. The decisions can have significant consequences for the health and safety of our people.
Baker officially takes his new role in Timmins on June 1st, and the search for a new president and CEO at Timiskaming Hospital is now underway. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
Curling has taken over the Countryside Arena in Sudbury and will continue for the next week and a half. Curl Sudbury is hosting the U21 Mixed Doubles Championship, followed by the U20 Championships. CTV's Lindsay Alick has more.
8 teams, 2 from Ontario, 1 from Quebec, and 4 from Alberta are battling it out to see which will represent Canada at the World Junior Mixed Doubles Championship to be played in Edmonton in May.
This is only our second year of being able to send a team to the World Championships. So, these are 8 very, very skilled players. So it's exciting, especially to come to Sudbury, be in an arena. It's such a nice facility here, and just watching the first draw here, the ice and rocks look fantastic.
This will be the second time Curl Sudbury will host a national event in the last 3 years. And while it's hard to know the exact number of people coming to town for the events, city officials estimate the economic impact will be between $800,000 to $1 million.
Sudbury's such a big curling community. Just about anyone you talk to, anyone you know, everyone loves curling. Everyone either watches it or plays it. So we felt that we almost owed it to the community that we want to keep bringing these events to town.
I mean, we know for sure sometime this week we're going to see future Olympians. So whether it's in mixed doubles or the men's and women's next week. And what's really nice is we have our Olympic gold Paralympic champion Mark Idison coaching here this week, which is super exciting. Nice for the kids to be able to see that, and just the Sudbury area with the Horgans and Tracy coming back with their bronze. So I think there's a lot of excitement because it's like, hey, I can do this too.
The U21 Mixed Doubles Championships wrap up on the 27th, with the U20 Championships taking place the next day and will run until April 4th. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
In NOJHL playoff action last night, the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners played host to the Sudbury Cubs for Game 3. The Gold Miners jumped out to an early lead, but a pair of goals would be all the Cubs required in the third. Sudbury goes on to win 2-1. The Gold Miners now in a do-or-die game tonight on home ice. The Powassan Voodoos are looking for their first playoff win against the Sioux Eagles in Michigan. Both games are 7 o'clock starts. The Timmins Rock and Sioux Thunderbirds will face off at 7 p.m. in the Sioux, and the Hearst Lumberjacks are in Espanola for their Game 3 starting at 7:30. The Sioux Greyhounds now have a new deal with the city as the main tenant of GFL Memorial Gardens. The last agreement was signed in 2006 and had been in place for the last 20 years. This new deal is only 10 years with 2 5-year options to extend it. The city has now expanded box office services to include online sales, increased marketing and advertising opportunities. The city and Hounds will also add an additional 113 seats to the arena. It's a popular segment here on CTV. When we return, it's Take Me Home Tuesday. You're watching First at 5.
Surprise, surprise. Take Me Home Tuesday is back. As always, Emma Bailey after 1 week off. We were busy with construction last week at the SPCA Centre in Sudbury. Emma, welcome. And you've brought along a guest, Miko.
I do. This handsome man, Miko, he's 6 years old and he's so loving. He's affectionate. He's always greeting people. He is looking more for a specific home. He's looking for a home without other pets where he can be the king of the castle. He also has some ongoing medical concerns that our RVT will chat with you about when you come to it, if you're coming to look for him. But we're looking for a home without someone who's immunocompromised, as well as people who can keep up with his vet care going forward.
He's very quiet. I've noticed he just kind of looks and walks around and not sneaky, just quiet.
Exactly. He's got his eyes on everything. He's being quiet now, but he's also very vocal. He loves talking to you about his day. He'll greet you at the door. He's just such a suck. So we're looking for a delayed adoption where he can go home with you now, and he just has to come in for a couple checkups before he's finalized. But otherwise, he's just a very affectionate, loving boy who's looking for the right home to take him home.
Okay, so you've got a few other cats as well that maybe people who are interested if Miko's still available or if Miko is picked up and adopted by a new family. So you still have a few other cats, but dogs, I guess, are coming in the next little while because the renovations will be soon complete, I hope.
Yes, we're hoping to be back in our spot next week. So we'll keep everyone posted on our social media and post all the upcoming animals. It'll be slow going as we get everyone back set up, but we're hoping to have even more animals available soon.
Construction always takes time, but it's always well worth it. So let's find a home for Miko at the Sudbury SPCA. Give Emma a call, please, if you can. Drop on by. He's a quiet one, but very, very gentle. So perhaps we can get a home for Miko on this week's segment of Take Me Home Tuesday. We're back in 7 days with more.
Our first community close-up has pan-northern implications. 4 Conseil Scolaire Catholique Nouvelon high schools have received donations from Ford Canada. Secondary schools in Blind River, Wawa, Valcarin, and Chelmsford now have more automotive equipment to enrich their learning programs in transportation. To North Bay, where yesterday at City Hall, the Franco-Ontarian flag was permanently raised. It reflects the recognition, presence, and vitality of the Francophone community in the region. And we're off to Sudbury. George Bardeja emailed us this photograph. He says his bird feeder roof is shedding its snow after last weekend's snowstorm. How true, George? Thanks for thinking of us. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to